Before we start the session, may I request our resource person, Dr. Aloysius Edward, to take over the dais. Let us start the day with a moment of silent prayer. Thank you. As we continue our journey of knowledge sharing and reflection, this session brings to us a topic of immense relevance and in-depth importance: innovative leadership rooted in tradition and purpose. As we navigate rapid change, true leadership lies in balancing forward thinking and innovation with the wisdom of timeless values. The session explores purpose-driven leadership grounded in cultural and ethical traditions, which can shape various institutions. The session aims to bridge the gap between leadership skills and the purpose for which it is set. To guide us through this important discussion, we are honored to have with us a distinguished academician and a leader, Dr. Aloysius Edward J, Director, Internal Quality Assurance Cell, and Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management, Kristu Jayanti College. On behalf of the IQAC cell, it is my immense pleasure to introduce a visionary leader and an institutional strategist, Dr. Aloysius Edward J, who is a distinguished academician with an illustrious teaching career spanning over 30 years. His areas of specialization include finance, taxation, and accounting, where he has constantly demonstrated many depth knowledge and passion for learner-centered education. Among the many accolades, he has received most prestigious awards, to name a few: ACBSP Teaching Excellence Award in the year 2018 and the prestigious Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Lifetime Achievement National Award in the year 2018, which stands as a testament for his lifelong dedication to higher education and institutional development. May I now request Dr. Priya Josanakara, Coordinator, Department of Life Sciences PG, to kindly welcome Dr. Aloysius Edward with a sapling as a symbol of growth and sustainability. We welcome you, sir. Dear delegates, please join me in welcoming Dr. Aloysius Edward as he takes over the session.
Good morning to all of you. So thank you very much for the great introduction. Hope all of you had a very good sleep. I mean, we have a very good Pope. We have the other political tension is going on in the border. All that will come to an end in God's presence and God's blessing. Thank you very much for the great opportunity to meet all of you. I mean, after this session, we are talking about innovative leadership. So after the session, I cannot guarantee all of us will become, after 1 hour, all of us will become immediately an innovative leaders. All of us immediately we cannot change into. So some kind of tips that we can throw a light on so that you can see how we can change way in which we deal with people. Leadership is about dealing with people. It's how we can deal with people. That's the only thing that we can give some kind of insight. All of us know the way in which the education is changing in a different way. In the recent, immediate, especially after 1990. So why I'm saying 1947 to 1990 in our country. So after 1990, we are in the second era of the economic transformation. So 1990, we opened up the economy for liberalization and globalization. So at that time, many multinational companies started coming. So we didn't have any multinational companies before 1990. So once we opened up the economy for this liberalization and globalization, the multinational companies started coming, and then at the same time, the way in which we look at the education differs. When the economy opened up, surely we could access the latest technological changes. So that also changes the way in which we look at the higher education. So today, education is not dominated by the government. The education is dominated by the private players. We can say more than 70% of schools are owned by the corporates and private individuals, not the government. So the government domination is going down, not only in school education, but also in higher education. Now we require huge amount of investment is required. So with a small amount of investment, we cannot start any school. So we require huge amount of investment, having lot of facilities in the school. That's another major thing. Then earlier we said it's a service. Education is a service, education is charitable. Today, all of us know education is becoming business oriented. So there is an important change that we are witnessing today. Earlier we talk about classroom session. Today we talk about the outcome. Outcome of each session. That's what I said. The outcome of the session is not immediately you cannot become a leader. So that's what we talk about today. So earlier we talked about only classroom sessions. Now we talk about outcome. Now earlier teachers are involved. We say teacher-centered education. Today students are involved and student-centered education. Earlier we focused on character. Today we focused on career. So we talk about career. Earlier we focused on life and values. Today we talk about skills and competencies. Skills and competencies. So this is a way we talked. These are all the words we talked in education now. Skills, competencies, career, student-centered, student involvement. These are all the things that we talk in education today. But whatever we talk today, ultimately, education, the outcome of any education, school education or higher education, developing students with the right values and attitude. That means we are preparing students for the society. So making them productive in the society, that's a major objective of any school education, higher education. So the preparing them for good citizenship, that's a major objective of school education. We may have vision statement, mission statement, goal statement, but ultimately any education institutions, we are preparing them for the society. We are preparing them for real life. That's what we need to understand. When you look at the key practices in any school education, what are the key practices that we have? What are the key things that we focus on? We focus on academic success, correct? Any school can say, sir, we never focus on academic success. We never talked about pass percentage, first rank, second rank. So we are focusing on, we are shaping the vision of students for the academic success. Correct? Second, providing them, cultivating a character, cultivating the values. Though we talk about today's skills and competencies, okay? But we need to give them a right path to lead their life. So cultivating values and attitude. Okay. Third. Unleashing talent. Yeah. So we provide them lot of learning experiences. So we give them a lot of learning experiences so that the inner potential or inner talent can be developed. So enhancing the learning experiences. Third. Then. Yeah, so we give them a good environment, cultivating good environment in the school so that we give them a challenging situation. 4. One is shaping the vision for academic success, vision of students for ensuring academic success. Second, we cultivate values and attitude. Third, enhancing their learning experience. Then providing them a conducive environment for them to grow. The sense we give them challenging tasks, we we give them a challenging work so for them to grow, challenging task. Fifth one, very important, we internally, yes? Yeah, that's what we said, cultivating values and attitude, we told. Yeah, that's what we said, values and attitude leads them to citizen. Yes? Now, what I've discussed, these four key practices, anything beyond anything is there, any four. Yeah, that's what values and attitude. It all comes under in that. Yeah, that's what we give them a good environment, challenging environment, learning experiences we are giving them. All this, the various activities we conduct, co-curricular, extracurricular, all that we conduct to give them a challenging environment. Yeah, that is all comes under what we discussed now. Fifth one. Yeah, all that comes under values, attitude, environment, all that, what are cultivating, all that comes under. The fifth one is how we manage data, how we manage people, how we manage process to foster continuous improvement. Yeah, that's what. So manage people, how we manage people, how we manage data, and how we manage process. So you need to provide them, I mean, government asks for certain information, board is asking certain information, you need to give them information. So you require data. So you require data. Then you deal with people, manage your people, and then how how robust the process that you have for your continuous improvement. Because schools are started not for 5 years. Any school started for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. What is a lifetime of the school or lifetime of any education institution? Everlasting. Everlasting. No education institution has got a specific duration. So we are going for everlasting. So continuous. So we require this kind of robust process. So when you have robust process, there will be a continuous improvement. So any higher education institution or any school depends on these 5 key practices. 5 key practices. 1, shaping the vision for ensuring academic success. 2nd, cultivating values and attitude, all this mental, all that it comes into that. Enhancing learning experiences and providing them a good environment, learning environment for them to grow. 5th, managing people, data and process to foster continuous improvement. These are all 5 key practices in a school. So with this introduction, I just want to focus on 5 things here. Only 5 things here. 1, what is the, parameters of teacher development? What are the things that teacher should have? Parameter of teacher development. And what is the second important thing is, what are the myths about this leadership? So we have certain misconception. What are myths about leadership? Then here we talk about innovation. So what's the difference between creativity and innovation and leadership that we look at? Then leadership means that when we prepare a food, there are certain ingredients. So here we talk about what is a recipe. RECIPE. What is a recipe for innovative leadership? Then what are the 5 levels, or we say 5 P's of innovative leadership? These are 5 things that we are going to deliberate and discuss. And then I'll give you a particular notes, for you to think over, so that you can come to know, you can tick, and you can come to know what level of leadership each one of us are there and how we can move upon. So some kind of work from home, so you can work in the room, and then you can only find out what kind of level of leadership that we belong to. Okay. So the first one we talk about what are the parameters of teacher development. 1, So we need to develop ourselves. Personal development. Personal development. Second, academic development. Third, professional development. Fourth, leadership development. So 4 parameters of, as a teacher, how we can develop ourselves. First, personal development. As a person, when we become a teaching profession, it is not always we say it is by choice or it is by chance. Always we say. So we become a great role model. And here are teachers, we build the society. We create a society. So we become a societal part of societal development. So we become a role model. As a teacher, we become a role model. When you look at whatever we utter in the classroom, whatever we say, that makes a lot of meaning the student's mind. So always we keep in mind the words that we use, especially in today's context. Especially in today's context, we need to be extraordinarily careful whenever we use any particular word. We cannot use any word, you are lethargic, you are dull, you cannot come up. So we need to be highly, highly optimistic. As a teacher, we need to give them that energy and zeal. So that optimism comes from a teacher. So the word that we put, that carries a lot of meaning. As a teacher, we should not label any student. So personal development, as a person, as a teacher, we need to develop ourselves. So we need to retrospect ourselves where we are lacking. So first thing as a teacher we need to look at. Second, academic development. Now the teacher, profession does not end with B.Ed. Now currently teachers are coming for completing their PhD. And how many online courses that we take? A lot of online courses that we come up. So academic development, how we enrich ourselves in terms of our own discipline, our own subject. So we should be the master in that particular subject. So the student respect for your subject expertise, domain expertise. The respect comes from your domain expertise. So the moment you're, good at your subject, whether you're physics or chemistry or maths or English or sociology or history, so master in that particular subject. So that is very important. So academic development. The third important is the professional development, the new skills which is coming. So I cannot say, so I have not learned the latest technology. So how we put our efforts to enhance ourselves the latest technology. So professional development, new skills that how we get. The third important thing. So how many online courses that we undergo without any compulsion. So am I motivating myself by self-motivation? How many courses that we undergo? So that makes a lot of change in the classroom. So today, the demands of classroom changes. So we as a teachers, we should change in accordance with the demands of the classroom. Because all of us understand how the students are good at technology, latest technology. Because they know how they use all these kind of latest tools that they have. Students are very good at today. So how we can cope up with ourselves in enhancing ourselves professionally. The last important one is the leadership development. All of us know who is a leader? What's the leadership? Huh?
Lead from the front.
Lead from front, okay. Takes them together, okay. Inspire others, okay. Yes.
Who does not create followers but more leaders.
Leaders, yeah, correct. Okay, excellent. So leadership is an influence. Leadership is an influence. So what vision that how we can define our vision. Leadership relates to defining your vision. So not only defining your vision, how we can share your vision with your teammates. Communicating that vision to your teammates. At the same time, providing them an authority to build a team. Building a team. And then each team member should have their authority, the role. providing them an authority to carry out the vision and then build a relationship. So articulating a vision. So unless we have a vision, articulate a vision, we cannot build a team. So articulating a vision is very important. Then how we can communicate. So we'll have to communicate this vision to our team members. Build a team. We have to build a team. And the team members should know the role. The role clarity must be there. Otherwise a lot of confusion is there. So role clarity is there. Then how we can build a relationship to achieve that. That's what we talk about the leadership. So the 4 parameters of leadership, teacher development are: 1, we have person development as a teacher, a role model. Second, we have academic development, enriching your knowledge in particular subjects. So you are a leader in your subject expertise, your domain expertise. Third, profession development, enhancing your extra skills that you have beyond your domain specific. Fourth, teachers or leaders. Teachers are leaders, principals are leaders. This is what we need to look at. There are 4 parameters of teacher development. The second important discussion that we have today is, what is the 5 misconceptions about leadership? 5 myths about leadership. Leader means we have something in mind. That is not that. Okay? The first, management myth. That means we say all the managers are leaders. The moment we say management, they are leaders. All the managers are not leaders. All the managers are not leaders. Managers does things right. Leader does right things. Manager does things right. Leader does right things. That's the difference. The difference between manager and leader. So all the managers are not leaders. So what's the difference between these two? Some of you said already. Management, there's a set of rules and regulations. All of us need to follow a set of rules and regulations. But here, there is no set of rules and regulations, and these rules and regulations are developed with a team. That makes a difference. And managerial qualities, managerial abilities are intrinsic within ourselves. It's developed by within. It is not developed by different training programs. So leadership qualities are intrinsic within ourselves. So there's a lot of, there are certain leadership qualities are developed, but leadership qualities are intrinsic in nature. As ma'am said rightly, leaders have got followers, managers have got subordinates. Okay, so these are all some difference between manager and leader. So all the managers are not leaders. First one, that we need to have in our mind. Second important is knowledge. Leader must have knowledge. Leader means you should have particular knowledge. It is not like that. So IQ or education does not equate leadership. Knowledge is power. All of us, we agree. We should have a knowledge. We have a facts. But that is not lead to leadership. So IQ, your intelligent quotient, or education does not equate leadership. So knowledge is power. We agree with that. As a leader, you should have a knowledge. So that doesn't equivalent to your leadership. So knowledge myth. Leader means you should have a knowledge. You should have all that. It is not like that. Second important myth that we have. Third one, whoever comes first. So running, who comes first? Singing, who comes first? Okay? Whoever stands out of the crowd becomes a leader. It is not. So we have that. So, who reached Mount Everest first, 1953? Edmund Hillary. Edmund Hillary. He is not a leader. The team when he went, he is not at all leader there. So many have followed after he reached, many followed, but he is not in the leader team itself. So he is not a leader. So a person who comes first, always we say is a leader. It is not. And fourth important is, all of us know the business leaders. They start their business we call them as entrepreneurs. So we say all the entrepreneurs are leaders. They identify the problem and then they make a business models and then they make profit out of it. That is true. But all the entrepreneurs are not good at people. All the entrepreneurs are good at people, are not good at dealing with people. So entrepreneurs are not, it's not, all the entrepreneurs are not leaders. Fifth important myth is position. Leadership means position. It is not. The moment you have a position, we say it is, we get a leadership. It is not. So positional leadership, whatever you have a position, that is, a position does not lead to the leadership, but leader has a position. That is true. But all the position may not lead to a leadership quality. So leader means he or she must have position. So that is our misconception. So all the managers are not leaders. All the entrepreneurs are not leaders. The person who has got a knowledgeable person, who has got a very good IQ, he is not a leader. And who comes first, whoever comes first in the crowd, he is not doesn't mean that he is a leader. And the moment you have a position, it doesn't mean that you are a leader. Okay? So these are all some misconceptions that we have about the leadership. So things that we want to discuss and we want to make a clarity before we go into other levels of discussion. Anything that anyone wanted to ask, anything you wanted to clarify, anything you want to ask before we proceed further? Yeah. Anything that anyone wants to intervene? Anything that you want to ask? Anything that you want to clarify? Okay. Now we go to the next level of discussion. What's the meaning of creativity, innovation? Creativity and innovation.
Creativity is imaginary ideas.
Yeah.
And then innovative is a process.
Yeah. Imaginary ideas. Okay. Innovation. Yes. Anything? Creativity. Anything? Any more? Yeah. Yes. Cell phone is a creativity or innovation? Cell phone. So earlier we used to call, still I remember, at the time when we were young, we didn't have any call. The mobile, land phone itself we didn't have. So we need to apply and then BSNL, we need to wait more than 10 years. For my house, we waited 5 years, we got a landline phone. It's like that. So then the cell phone has come way back in 2001. 2001 the cell phone has come. So a small phone has come, Nokia phone has come, 2001, 25 years before. So phone has come. So from landline to cell phone, is it a innovation or creativity? Creativity. New idea. New idea comes. Okay? iPhone? Innovation. So modifying the idea is an innovation. Creativity is a new idea. So innovation involves creativity. Innovation involves creativity. But all the creativity does not lead to innovation. Creativity involves innovation, but all the creative ideas, all the ideas does not lead to innovation. So creativity leads to innovation. Innovation gives birth to leadership. It's a chain. Creativity, innovation, and leadership. So we teachers, we in a school, we develop both creativity and innovation. So we need to provide an environment for students to create both new ideas, and then sometimes they can modify the idea and then they can come out the innovator. So we are here to create and innovate. There's a basic difference between the two. Okay? Now we go to the next level of our discussion. Who is an innovative leader? Who is an innovative leader? Vision. So here, a traditional leadership, we say we have a plan and we have budget. But here, innovative leadership, we have a vision. Vision to achieve. So what is our vision next 5 years, next 10 years? 10 years, what is our vision? That's what we look at. Okay, first thing. Here we talk about budget and plan. Here we talk about vision. Second? What is that? That's what. Vision, mission to achieve. That's what we discussed. First one. Anything. Yes. Who is an innovative leader? A person with a vision. Then? Ready to take challenge. Risk taking. We take risk. Okay, sometimes we fail. Doesn't matter. We take risk. Here? No. We should not take risk at all. Risk avoiding. We never take risk. This is how our school function, the way in which the corporate schools function, the way in which we take risk. Okay, so we don't jump into that type of risk because we are all conventional way of running the school. So that conventional is good. But at the same time, today what we require is some kind of risk that we take, calculated risk that we have to take with the God's blessing. Always when you take risk, pray to God. Pray to God. He will give you the power because we are all of us are doing anything that we take for the good of our students, good of our society. So we need to take risk taking. Second? Yeah, so we take a decision as a routine we take, and here we take innovative. Routine we take, here we take innovative. Fourth one. Then? Yes, last. Yes? Yeah, accountability and responsibility, it is always there. When you take risk, always accountability, responsibility is always there. Okay? Think differently because, correct. When we are innovative, always we think differently.
Strategies and actions. Strategies and resources.
So we take here the employee when we take employees, teachers when we take teachers, we consider them as a resource. Teachers we consider the resource. Here, the school which concentrates on teacher development, that means the school is having that innovative leadership. So teacher is considered as a resource, not as a substitutable. He or she can be substituted. So we develop the teachers and then we make them to be, make some kind of innovation in the school. So here we take teacher as a resource, here we take teacher as a substitute. Okay? Very good. Then? That's all? Yeah. Okay, that we discussed. Vision, strategies, vision. So, innovative leaders are vision oriented, innovative, risk taking, and then they have a passion. They have a passion to achieve. Once you take risk, once you take innovation, they are passion oriented, and they take employee as a resource. So these are all the major qualities. Other qualities we have. These are major qualities of an innovative leader. Okay. Now we come to a discussion. What is the ingredients of this innovative leadership? So when we prepare a food, we put a lot of things. When we prepare biryani, and we put a lot of ingredients, and then we make a very good biryani. And what are the ingredients of this leadership? So we call it as recipe. RECIPE. What is a recipe for innovative leadership? RECIPE. R stands for relationship. R stands for relationship. Okay? So relationship defines whom you are dealing with. relationship deals with, that's what we say, relationship deals with who you are. So always we look at, that's what we say, that's what we say. I mean, the stronger relationship that you have, the greater potential for leadership. So here, that's what we say, it is, here it describes about who you know. Whom and all you know. The moment you come to the first time as a teacher in a school, I mean, surely you try to understand system, try to understand the people, okay? Then try to establish your relationship. As a principal, when you come for first time, you take your own time to understand the school system, who are the teachers, all that. So it takes its own time. So the moment you build a stronger relationship, that is the potential for leadership. So relationship is a key for the innovative leadership. E stands for experience, where you have been. I mean, though the experience doesn't count much, but it shows what kind of people you are. Okay? So E stands for experience. The third is very, very important. Very, very important, especially for a teacher. Character. Your inner self. The courage, openness, transparency, integrity, honesty. These are all talks about your inner self. Courage, openness, confidence, transparent, patience. All that talks about people who you are. Always we say, I mean, we teachers are very good at gossiping. Very good at gossiping. We can give the gossiping any Nobel Prize is there, we can be given. Teachers can be given. See, all of us will be in a meeting. Okay, all of us meeting, it is everything is decided. At that time we will never open our mouth. Okay? We'll never open our mouth. The moment you come out of the meeting, we talk anything about this particular meeting. Why it is like that? So you should have a courage to open. See, all of us are here for, I mean, my school should come up. Anybody's here sitting in a like here, auditorium. Sir, I want my school to come down. Anybody's there? Please raise your hand. Anybody's there? My school level, my percentage is 100%. Next year, my school should get 90%. Anybody's there like this? So everybody wants our schools to come up. Correct? As a teacher, as a principal. So in a meeting, that's what very important here. The character is what very important. The moment anything is decided in the meeting, whether you like it or not, sometimes you don't like it, you don't agree to it. But the moment you agree to it in the meeting, the moment you come out, whether you like it or not, you should stand with a decision taken in the meeting. That makes a difference. That shows the character of an innovative leader. This is what we fail in our daily things. Okay? Then afterwards we go and, sit with the principal. Sister, it's not like this. Sir, it is not like this. Ma'am, it is not like this. Whatever you decide there, you speak. Because here we are here for student development. Here we are here for school development. So once you agree to it in the meeting, you should never talk about any decision that we take. Decision that we take in the meeting, we should stand for a decision. Stand for a school. Whether it's good or bad, whether you like it or not. So that shows your courage, transparent. This is what most of the time, whatever vision that we have, we fail in that. Okay, so most of our school runs in a democratic way. So we sit and then we decide. Unlike the corporate schools, one email will come. That's it. You need to obey. That's it. No question of any discussion, no deliberation. Decision is taken off the record. That's it. One email comes that we'll have to follow. But here we do it in a very, very democratic way, but that we take it for granted. Okay, so this is the thing that we very important. C stands for the character. Okay, then I, as we have seen, there are two I here. One is the information, another one is the intuition. Information, all of us know, knowledge. What do you know? All of us, we have seen knowledge is power, but that doesn't equate with the leadership. Okay? The moment you know, you should know the information, but doesn't mean that it doesn't lead to the leadership. That's what it is given here. Knowledge alone will not make a leader, but you require information. That's what very important here. So whenever we come to the new organization, we try to understand new things. Okay? So knowledge, information, I stands for information knowledge, what you know. Then intuition. Another I stands for intuition, what you feel. What do you feel? That we talks about the intangibles. Sometimes, the energy that we talk about, the momentum, all this. Okay? That's the intuition, what you feel. So that shows your character. So intuition, character both are interrelated. Then P stands for recipe, RECIPE. P stands for your past success. Where you have been, what you have done. So that doesn't make any difference what you have done later. But when you are taking as a first time as a principal, when you take first time you come as a teacher, so we don't have a past record. You come for the first time, you don't have any past record. When you go to second time as a leader, then people look at what you have done earlier. So always they relate what you have done earlier. So past success makes some change in your innovative leadership. Okay? Then expertise, very important, your capacity. Your capacity or your ability, what you can do. You can build a team and make the team to achieve to the victory. Leader means success. Always keep in mind. Always we can say, sir, always we cannot lead to success. Failure may come, but always that should not lead to the failure. That's what we require here, intervention of God Almighty. That's what we require, intervention of God Almighty, because we human beings are not that much resilient, so we require God intervention. So here, E stands for your ability or capacity to build a team to achieve the success. This is what we say, recipe for good innovative leadership. R stands for relationship, E stands for your experience, C stands for character, very, very significant, especially as a teacher, as a principal. And then I stands for information or intuition. P stands for what you have done earlier, your past success. The last E stands for your expertise, your capacity to build a team which leads them to victory. Okay? The last discussion, I'll finish on the 10 minutes. Last discussion, what are the 5, yes?
The previous slide.
Yeah, yes. The last discussion, what we have is what are the 5 levels of innovative leadership? Or we say 5 P's of innovative leadership. First P, position. Position. Okay? That's position that we have. Second P, your permission. Position, yeah. Yeah. Yes. No, that's matter. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. So position, that's it is about the right that you have. The moment you have a right position, that you have a right. Okay. Second P stands for your permission. Permission. That's what your relationship. And third P stands for the production, the results. Results. And next P stands for the people development. The last P stands for pinnacle. First one, position. People follow you because they have to. Because of the position. Because of position, people follow you because they have to. Permission, people follow you because they want to. They want to follow you because because of the position. Third one, production. People follow you because of what you have done for the organization. What you have done for the institution. That's why people follow you. So that gives the what? Result. Production means result. People follow because you are given the result for the organization, for the school. So people follow you because of what you have done for the institution. The fourth one, people follow you because of what you have done for them. You have empowered them as a leader, as ma'am said. You have empowered them as a leader. So it becomes a reproduction. People development means reproduction because we are reproducing another leader. The last one, pinnacle, that means you are the highest level of school. Okay, the 5. Because people follow you because of what you are, what you represent. Because people work in a Tata group, they feel proud. Unlike Reliance, because I'm not talking about Reliance. Okay? People because that particular organization stands for that. No, the person, whoever joins Tata Group has got more than 65 companies. 65 companies. Because we should be proud of Tata Group because it's an Indian company. Should be proud of that. 29 companies are having the share got listed. 29 companies. 29 listed companies has got. Presence in 160 countries. Presence in 160 countries in the world. We have got only 192 countries in the world, out of which 160 countries, these are our companies are there, our Indian companies are there. So we are proud of that. That's what the pinnacle. You are proud of the organization. You not leave the organization. So our innovative leaders develop that. So we'll see the one by one. First P, the position. Position is the least form of the leadership. The moment you have a position, you have a very least form. Okay? That doesn't mean, that's what I'm saying. Position does not lead to leadership. Okay? That's what is given. Nothing is wrong with the having leadership position. Everything is wrong with that position. You are influencing people. Because of you are a principal and you are using your teachers wrongly. That means, something is wrong. So, position leadership is based on, you have a subordinates, but you don't have team members. You don't have team members there. And at the same time, they rely on more on you as a principal, rules, regulations, but principal is not there, teachers are very happy, students are very happy. Because principal is not there. The classes can, go as it is. That means you are only a positional leader. You are a position, your door is there. If your door is closed, principal is not there, we can relax. We can relax. Okay? So that means your leadership relates to what? Only that position. You don't have any team members. Okay? You create rules, but people don't follow. People don't follow those rules and regulations when you are not there. Okay? So position leaders do not, leadership means we say the influence, how you motivate, how you influence. Position leaders do not have influence. So the least form of leadership is what? Position. Okay? The position will have a rights. Position will have a rights, but that doesn't lead to what? People to get motivated. The second level leadership is a relationship, permission. P stands for, because I don't get proper P, so I just put P, permission there. So permission relates to what? The relationship that we have seen in the recipe of this one we have seen. First R stands for relationship. So here, how as a teacher, how you understand your students, how we understand, you build relationship with our students, come to know, about the strength and weaknesses of our students. Okay? So how to build a good rapport with our students. So students also will believe you. So you build trust. So the moment you start building the relationship with the students, you build trust in them. So students will come to you. As a teacher, when you have that position, and then you're as a teacher position, you're coming down to a lower level and speaking to him or her, understanding his or her problems and concerns. And then you create influence in them. So they'll open up. Students will open up because you are coming to their level. So this is the second level of leadership. The moment students coming and discussing with you, you are moving from level 1 to level 2. You are moving, your leadership level is moving up. Because you are coming down from your position. As a principal, you are coming down and talking to a student. Okay? How are you? How is going? The moment you are coming down from your position, I am a principal. Why should I talk to my student? I'm going. Why is students not getting up? So today you cannot expect all that. Earlier, okay, principal is coming, students will be sitting there, here and there. Students will stand up, yes, sister, good morning ma'am, good morning sir, all set. Today, people don't care all this. Because now we are dealing with the latest generation. The latest generation, Gen Z, they don't care all that authority, power, they don't care about all that. So it is, from our part, it is undue expectation. Undue expectation from the students, why these fellows are not standing up and saying all that. Okay, so you should come down and say, how are you? Fellow is not standing up, you are going, just going to him and saying, how are you, have you had a breakfast? So that makes a difference. Principal coming and asking me, have you had a breakfast? Congratulations, you got a first prize the other day. So all these kind of, from the level you are coming down, that create relationship, then you build trust. Then you start influencing. There's a second level of leadership. So you can like the students without leading. You can like students without leading, but you cannot lead students without liking them. You can like students without leading, but you cannot lead students without liking them. Okay, so we need to try to understand students' problems, because students are having a lot of problems in their mind, because the way in which the family is brought, family live in this current situation is entirely different. Both father and mother have to work, so they come from a different concerns and problems. So as a school, how we can relate with them. There's a second level of leadership. The moment you are relating with them, you build trust in them, they will open to you. Okay, so there's a second level of leadership. And third is the production, the result. Okay, so here the teachers become the change agents. Teachers can become change agents because you are contributing to the school for them to develop. So you are coming out with a good result. Result in the form of academic result, the form of, the school from this position to, this position. Okay, so you are making the school to grow. So people follow you because of what you have done for the school for the past years. This is what we talk about, past experience, past success. Okay, the third level of your leadership. So many positive things happening in this when the leaders get to the second level. So once you rise to the third level, teachers become what? The change agents. Change agents. So teachers can take tough problems. Teachers can face a critical issues because you are contributing to the organization, contributing to the school. So third level of leadership. Okay. Then the fourth level of leadership, the fourth P, is called the people development, reproduction. So leaders here, we become great, and not because of their power, but because of the ability to empower them. So you are reproducing. So in your team, you have another leader. So the five member in a team, 5 members are different leaders. So what happens is ultimately performance increase. Performance increase because of the more leaders in a team. The conflict will not arise. The moment the conflict arises, we are going back to the first level. We are going to the first level, that's the position leader. Because I'm in a position, why should I come down? That's the ego comes in. The ego comes in, you are going back to the first level. That is a difference. So from level 1 to level 4, when it comes, surely the performance increases of the organization, of the school. Okay? So here in leadership level 3, it wins the games, but leadership level 4 wins the championship. You win the championship. You win one game here, but you win the championship here. That makes a difference. Championship means your series of games you have to win. Then only you can win the championship. Okay, so level 4 is the ultimate level of the leadership, innovative leadership, level 4. Okay, so there are two things that we come here. The first, teamwork goes to very high level, high investment in people, that deepens the relationship. And second important is the performance increases. Performance increases in the school. It's the fourth level of leadership. The fifth one is the pinnacle. Pinnacle is the fifth one. That is the highest level of the organization itself. So you become a proud of working in a particular school. So nobody leaves in that particular school. So you are coming to the developing level 5 organization. Level 5 organization. So that creates what? Respect. That creates respect. Moment you are saying I am from such and such school, people respect you. Society respects you. Okay? So that is the highest level of leadership, that is called Pinnacle. 5 P's of leadership. So these are all what are things that we have seen so far. Recap. Very important today's context. What you have seen so far? First we have seen what are the 5 key practices of a school that we have seen. 5 key practices. Then what you have seen? Yeah? What we have seen? Yeah, myths of leadership that we have seen. Okay. Then? Yeah, recipe of the leadership that we have seen. Okay. Yeah, creativity and innovation. What's the difference? Okay. Then we have looked at what? 5 levels of leadership. So all the managers are not leaders. All the entrepreneurs are not leaders. Whoever is having the position are not leaders. Okay. All that. So ultimately, and what level we each one of us belong to? What level we belong to? Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, or level 5? On my sheet is there. Bring it. On my table is. So level 1 or level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. Which level? Huh? So which level we want to be? 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes? 5. 5. Anyone wants position? Yeah, position is required. I cannot say position is not required. Position is required. How far you are coming down from that position down? That is what important. Yes? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Position must be there. Without a position, you are not leader. But at the position, with that position, how you are coming down and creating that relationship and building a team for result. Building a team for results and empowering the people to become another leader. Okay? And then building an organization. That's what the 5 levels that we need to understand very clear. Leadership means position is required. But how you are coming down to build that, to create influence. To create influence and build a team. Okay? So, I mean, with this, yeah, next. Yeah, next. Yeah, who is this? Who is this? The oldest person in the world, currently. Last, 3 months before the World of 1191 one lady was there in France, she died. Now currently she is the oldest person in the world. Born in August 21, 1909, have seen 2 world wars. 2 world wars, internet, all technological developments she has witnessed. Okay? And then she has got 2 daughters at the age of 18. At the age of 18 means she has come to India in 1927. At her age 1927, she came to India. She worked in some organization here. Then she went back to England. Currently, she's in England, and currently she's in a old age home. Old age home. So interviewer went and asked, what is a recipe for this many number of years you have been living? She said, never argue with anyone. Never argue with anyone. I listen, but I do what I like. So what is more important here? Your inner happiness. Your inner happiness. Because we teachers always grumble for, because all of us have got social needs, physical needs, all that we have. But we teachers require always what? 40,000 salary? 45,000 salary? Because salary is very important. Benefits are very important. Okay? But When you move from 45,000, 50,000 or 60,000 to 70,000, if you go to bed, if you don't sleep well, what's the use of having 50,000 to 60,000? 50,000, when I'm earning, I was sleeping well. But when I'm getting 70,000, I don't get sleep. So what's having your 70,000 from, you're shifting from one school to another school? So that inner happiness, because the moment you start arguing, you are giving more load to your heart. That leads to what? Heart attack. All kind of cardiovascular changes coming. So more important today is the inner happiness is very important. So that's what the lady says. And then I end with saying, yes, yeah, next. End with saying, yeah, these are all, yeah, next, yeah. End with saying, the heart of leadership is sacrifice. The heart of leadership is sacrifice. It is not a philosophical view, but it is a truth. Okay? So, I mean, moment you get a leadership position, the responsibilities increase, but as a leader, you have certain rights. So the rights will what? Decrease. The moment you go up, you should start giving up. The moment you go up, we should start giving up. The more we give up, the more we gain. So always we say, everything that we missed, we gain something. Everything that we missed, we gain something. For everything we gain, we miss something. So the life is what? Life is the series of what? Trade. One thing for another. One thing for another. So leaders must give up to go up. So as the leadership role increases, your responsibility increase. But the curve, the rights decrease. The rights of a leader decreases. So when you become a leader, you lose the right of thinking about yourself. You lose thinking about yourself. Okay? So we win one game. Okay? If a leader win one championship with his team, can he replicate the same thing later? No. That's what CSK now stands for. Top 5, top team. Currently is what? Bottom there. They cannot replicate because situation is different. Players are different. You cannot replicate that. So if you win one championship, you cannot win the championship forever. Things are different. So leadership success requires continual change. Continual change and constant improvement and ongoing sacrifice. So thank you very much for the great opportunity. Yeah, here we have some exercise for you today at home. Please go through and tick. When you read these questions, please don't come back. That's not very important. Don't come back. Okay? Whatever you read at the first sight, you give tick. First sight, you give tick. Don't come back and read second time. Then you will think it over. Okay? And each level, you have got 10 questions. So the 10 questions, if you could answer 8 questions are true, you are in that level. 8, minimum 8. It is true, you are in that level. Okay? Then we can go up. So it determines your leadership level. The note is given. It is for you to reflect upon what level that you are. Thank you very much for the great opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the insightful discussion on how leadership with purpose can transform institutional growth. Yeah, we open the floor for discussions and queries, if any. Any questions from the delegates?
Anyone want to deliberate, throw some more light on topic? Before I start the beginning, before we finish 1 hour session, all of us cannot become bored day, cannot come to some kind of insight we get that the way we approach students may change now. That's what we can do.
So just to share a comment that you are a prime example of transcendental leadership level 5, where you are a leader at your institution, but you are sharing your leadership with creating leaders over here amongst all of us over here. And if leaders of nations thought the way you did and achieved level 5, then it would not just be the nations that would be successful and happy, but all of humanity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes.
Dr. Aloysius, it is beautiful, very resourceful. You have done a fantastic job, excellent. My one question is this. Look, many of the participants here, they belong to different religious congregations, dioceses. So what happens is, by virtue of being a member of a religious congregation or a diocese, you are given a certain leadership role. Not because you are fit, not because you are eligible, not because you are qualified. So quite many of them get stuck in that first position. So what do we do?
Yeah, that's what we discussed. All of us have got certain roles to play as a leader in different organization. But what the key is here, your inner self, your inner character, how open you are, how courageous you are, how honest you are in your dealings. It's very important, the character that you have. Then second important is how you build your relationship. Most of the thing what happens is I am in this particular position, we not come down as an ego. So how you can build your relationship with your team. That makes the difference. Try to understand the team, understand the team concerns. Then that makes a difference. So relationship and your inner character. So that makes difference, whatever role that we play. That's what very important. That's what we discussed. Yeah. So there are so many theories of leadership here. We have not discussed any, theory that we talked about. So we have a situational theorem, we have behavioral theories, we have theories on trait, competence, charismatic, visionary, all that different theories we have. But we never talked about. So we have some kind of tips that we can, practical tips that we have. Main father is very important is the relationship. How you build your relationship. Try to understand them. That's what here is very important in today's context. Yeah. Yeah.
Sir, could I be in different levels in different scenarios?
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's possible because you may be, in some level you are in the first level and then you can move. It's not that everyone will have a file. You are moving from one side to another level. So it is not exhaustive. So it is inclusive. It is inclusive. So you can, in one time you are level 1 and then you are, sometimes you are this level 2. Okay? Yeah. So ultimately what is important is how you are building your own team as a different position. That's what very important. Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning.
Yes.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
As being the leaders, how can we keep our team motivated all the time?
Yeah. That's what I said. It's a very great challenge nowadays. So how you come as a role model there, how you give up your own rights. As a leader, you have certain responsibilities to fulfill. No, how you sacrifice yourself. The moment you start sacrificing yourself, then you become a role model. Surely, your team will follow you. So how you put yourself down. So leadership is not a higher. That's what we looked at. It's a lower. How you come down to a lower level and addressing their concern. That's what very important. Each and every person in a team is very important. In a school, in a classroom, the team what I meant is in a classroom is a team. It's very important because they have come for a purpose. When you work in a school, you are working in a different team as a teachers. So how you understand them, that's what very important. Yes,
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Sir, how far it is true, say, statement, leaders are born, leaders are not made?
Yeah, that's what I said, no? Leaders, there are certain qualities are intrinsic. Leadership qualities are intrinsic. But it should be developed. That's what we say, leaders are born, not made. Because managerial qualities are not intrinsic. It should be developed. But whereas leadership qualities are intrinsic, it is within your character. So how we can develop? Attending, it is not attending a session. It all depends on how you build your relationship, who you are, and what character that you belong to. So that makes a lot of difference. Plus the training program that you undergo. So you will get certain insights. That's why we say leaders are born, not made, because leadership quality itself is intrinsic. Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much for the great opportunity. Thank you. We wish you all the best for the remaining sessions. Enjoy our stay. Enjoy your hospitality. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your insights on the key practices to be followed by higher education institutions was insightful. Your insights on the 5 myths about leadership gave us a clarity on who is a true leader. The inputs on the difference between traditional leadership and innovation-oriented leadership was very precise and clear. We consider the recipe as the key takeaway of the session, which is recollected as relationship, experience, character, information, past success, and expertise. Hopefully, we all sitting here will sacrifice something or the other to become good leaders in the future.